Miami is a home to so many. It's a crossroads of the Caribbean, South America, Central America. If you're Russian, you're in Sunny Isles. If you're Cuban, Hialeah, Little Havana, Haiti, Little Haiti. And in Wynwood, it was Puerto Rican. That was where the Puerto Ricans settled. Most of your highest demographics of Puerto Ricans live in Wynwood, and boy, are they cashing in. The houses, those small little wooden structures that don't even have 50 frontage, they got like 35. They're going for $750,000, and the one that's one block away from Pet Supermarket, the shops in Midtown, that guy wants $2 million for his home. I go, kudos to you. Why not? There is a dialogue that is changing in the arts, and it's all good because some people get concerned, Wynwood, the whole bohemian, art started with Coconut Grove 51 years ago, and then Coco Walk came in, and that displaced, a lot of artists, and so some went to the beach, some went to the warehouses in Wynwood, which is Overtown, and then all of a sudden, you found that the square footage on South Beach became too expensive, so more artists went to Wynwood. Now, the square footage is hitting almost $500 a square foot in sales. In rentals, I'm sure it's got to be up to 100, 75 to 100 a foot, maybe more. And so that's going to have a displacement of the same artists that brought the buzz to the area. So what happens? Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. Unfortunately, it's the buzz of the bohemian artists, of these wonderful cultural people that come in and bring, and when they do a show, a reception, people will travel for art. You'll see your Pradas, you'll see your Louis Vuittons, you'll see your Mercedes Benz right in the middle of the hood because it's about, really representing and supporting the arts, and that's always been known. One of the real smart things that the committee at MAM did was realizing how can we gentrify our museum, and using that Bayfront area was such a smart move on their behalf, really changing the whole feeling and the cultures and bringing all eyes on us with the museum, the Perez Art Miami Museum. So we're so excited. I've been seeing this with the art tours that I do for 5 years, the art experience. 2009, we decided to create a dialogue between the concierges at hotels that really didn't send anyone our way. And so we knew Craig Robbins had the design district. He had a lot of design showcase furniture, and he had Michelle Bernstein. And so that started with David Lombardi and Tony Goldman with the walls. And now to bring the galleries back, it's so important. I think that what we love to do is highlight the great collections, the great museums, the great mid-career galleries, and then bring you to the walls. The murals are fabulous, and the walls we like to show a lot are the ones that are done by fine artists, but always love the spray paint can. So here we have David Gary Lloyd, we have Emanuele Viscuso, and we have Tina Salvesen, and everyone's going to be showing at the Home and Art. What are you going to bring to the table at the Home and Art? What can I expect to see from you, Emanuele?
Well, first of all, I'm so happy to be there because it's something that is out of the just the marketing. It's something I've been selected, and we all should be very proud because there are so many artists in this town, but we are few people there. So it's an honor to be there. You will see mostly my fiberglass sculptures and some little pieces in PVC, which is a kind of plastic. I don't know if I will bring some paintings. I do also paintings, but there's a mix of sculpture and painting because they are made with wires on the canvas.
Oh,
I
cool.
cannot. You should see. I cannot. It's my last invention, and I still have to find the words, the right word to explain. But just come and see.
I
It's
can't
fantastic.
wait. I mean, we'll be
Fantastic.
there. We'll be there as your art concierges.
Yes.
We're going to have 2 pop-up kiosks at the end of one beginning at the entrance of one aisle, and we're going to be there with our uniforms and with our lovely curators, and they're going to answer questions of different art districts and give maps. And we're actually going to be doing a complimentary tour to 50 attendees of the show that register and sign up. We might do a giveaway of an art piece. I'm not sure. We're going to discuss this to create really people to understand the commitment that everyone is doing here. And we have to really give take our hats off to the Home Design and Remodeling Show at the Miami Beach Convention Center, March 27th to the 30th. It's a marketplace of products creating South Florida stylish homes, and we're going to have some of the most amazing artists. Last week we had some fabulous roster of different, we had Sandra Garcia, we had also just different artists that came on our show, and we're excited with this roster today, seeing new talent and not so new. How long, Tina, have you been working and dabbling and showing in the arts? Has it been more than a decade? Or less? Is it something that just,
No, it's been a long time. I started in the 80s.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And David, how about you? Now, you can't say a long time because...
Yeah, you're so young.
You're so young.
Yeah. I've been shooting for about 17 years.
17 years.
So, and I've just been
So you started at 7. You got a camera at 7.
No, I'm 29.
Oh.
Yeah. So
you look young. Yeah.
No, I mean, the second I picked up a camera, I just loved it. There was just something about the connection with it that I just couldn't find in anything else. It was my way just to communicate. It was my way of talking.
Yeah.
And so it's always very shy and reserved. So it was my way of kind of telling stories. And that was the way I kind of wanted to express. And although I'm still emerging. I don't have the years that these fabulous artists have on them, but I'm slowly evolving.
Well, that's exciting because the truth is, I want to consider myself a student of life. I cannot say that, I'm a master, I got it, I'm a doctor, I've learned everything. I think every day I like to take something back to bed that is new, whether it's a catalyst, whether it's like when you were saying, Emanuele Viscuso, that you were at the Metropolitan Museum and you were looking at your sculptures and somebody came and said, oh, let me see, oh, they look like music. It's these little things in life that change our directions or perspectives on different
I was working in
angles
a bank.
that we see every day, but that one adjective just changed the whole thing.
When I was 20 to 30 years old, I was working in a bank. I had the brave heart to leave, to resign from the bank to be artist.
Wow, well that's, double kudos to you. Did you leave retired or did you leave?
No, I didn't
You
retire.
just decided?
Only 11 years was not enough to
retire. Well,
An artist don't retire. It works to the last day.
No, I have to tell you, I've had people sit here, and this is why I love this show. We're going 3 years with this show, Art Talk, on Wall Street, Bloomberg Station, Salem Radios, internationally and nationally through 880 AM and the Biz. And so we're proud of this platform because we bring everything from the canvas to the red carpet, all the art happenings that really make our city, Miami, such a fabulous place to live. And even though the weather is phenomenal, a decade ago, you would come and you would it was getting whether too young or too urban or too this, really this whole mix, I think art saved Miami. I really do. I believe that, bringing the magnetism of all different artists. I mean, I have met people from Australia on my show. I have met people from the UK, from London, from Japan, from Hong Kong, and they are just so excited. I remember we do a tour during Art Basel, which is called the Street Crew. We start about 9 o'clock at night till 1 in the morning, and we're Facebook friends with a lot of the street tag, artists like AKA Chor Boogie and Chuck Six and CP1. Don Rymex. So we know when they're in town. Those that are out of town, they're landing in Miami. So we know they're hitting a wall in Wynwood, and so we get it all together, and then the tour happens, and we're just filming away and seeing just one artist after another, all the cranes go up, and it's such an exciting time. And last year, I remember going up to an artist, and he was painting the most amazing bamboo forest, and he was doing a beautiful indigenous boy. And I said, "What's your name?" And he said, "My name is Stefan." And I go, "Where are you from?" He goes, "From Ecuador." And I go, "So, do you have other murals in Wynwood?" And he says, "No, this is my first time in the USA." And his eyes filled up with water, and he goes, "And my dream was to come to paint a wall in Wynwood." I mean, who would ever think a decade, and coming from Ecuador, the only thing you want to hit in the USA is Wynwood to paint a mural. And to see his eyes swell, I just felt, wow, how lucky are we? Here is like David, you were saying how shy you were at one point, or like all artists. I think all artists have that soulful voice that gets interpreted and translate itself through the fluidity of your arm, or through your eyes, or through a flicker, or through a brush, or through plexiglass and sanding. Whatever your medium is, that's your voice. And when that dialogue is narrated through someone's eyes, wow. And that's what Miami brings. It brings that universal language with all the great talent. All the sum of each part here, your success is our success. And Miami thanks you for that. We're going to come right back to Art Talk with Susana Baker. I'm Susana Baker.
Emanuele Viscuso.
David Gary Lloyd.
Tina Salvesen.
We're coming right back.